Top morning, laddies. My name is Hans, and welcome to the What If Moo Moo, who was in My Hero Academia. So, let me turn that up for you. Sorry. So, in this What If, because you guys voted for it, and I always keep my promise, except for those like 40K stuff, because I don't have any interest in 40K stuff unless it's a specific ones that I'm interested in. So So Moo Moo, Moomoo, got expired by her. Yes. Because when I saw her first time, I thought, man, her brother probably will be. And through the entire franchise, I did not see any, like, of her family members. Like, she needs to be, like, have a little bit of a family. So let's give her one. So in this alternate timeline, she has a brother named Moo Moo. Yeah. And her mom is Cow Lady. So, yeah. And let's begin. So, we start at the hospital. She gave birth to one human and one animal. So she gave birth to her. Yeah. Directly to her. And she gave birth to a little baby cow. Here. No. That was the size of a smallest Dr. Pepper kind. And that I know that it's pretty powerful. You think that it's powerful. Sorry if I'm breathing hard. So give me a moment. Sorry about that. My the text message thing was like, so in this where we were at, I remember it was just a beginning. So the Moo Moo, the one that he was born like a calf thing, like a cow. No, smaller than a Dr. Pepper or a can. Yes, way smaller. Smaller than that. So, yeah. So then his after the quark, after the, they decided, or she decides to get rid of him. Like, give him away to a farmer. Yeah, to her. Because in this alternate timeline, she retired from the Pro Heroes things. So she starts her life as a farmer. So, yeah. So, she sees, and of course she was like, do that stuff. And, sorry for my breathing, it's just the my room's really hot, so over years have passed. He grew. As his adopted mom could sense that the cow isn't a normal cow. It was a kid that has cow-like abilities. So he, and she had her prophesized is right. A human child came out of nowhere. And yes, I am aware that the Zuko, or that Moo, or of course she tells him that your name will be Moo. The Moo Sunatory. That's your full name. So, yeah. So then, time progressed to 15. During that time, she took him to the Quark Doctor. The Quark Doctor tells him that he has a quirk of shapeshift. Basically, shapeshift his entire body into a cow. He actually has 3 quirks. So the first one is shapeshift. So basically he shapeshifts back and forth. So, yeah, into his cow form. Into like his big bull form, his minotaur form, and his half man, half cow kind. Or centaur. Yeah, so, but the number 2 has the same quirk as his sister has. And the third is ultimate super regeneration. So, yeah. There are no limits to any of them. But then After the quirk doctor, they went to see a power doctor. Because in this alternate timeline, there's two types. Quirk doctors and the power doctors, the abilities one. So they went and but Moo Moo has the ability of Infinity and Zero and Forge. Basically, he has 6 powers, like all of 6 of them. He has all 6 of them. So yeah. They could not believe, or she could not believe that someone just gave her that power. Yeah, so he shapeshifts into, of course, now 15. So they decide to go to, or he decides to go to UA. So, yeah. Moo Moo was finally decided. So he goes right to there because how happy he is. As everyone knew right off the bat who her is. So yeah, so he took the quiz, passed it. He transformed into a cow. And he used his horns just like how his sister does. And his mother. Like he actually does use like that. He could use it in his human form or his cow form. So yeah. So basically, yeah. So he says, I'm on it. Yeah. So yeah, he basically went full bore her, and yeah. So basically, yeah. So as he got class 1A. And he used his abilities to change his horns into fire, ice, water, anything. So yeah, as he really turn your hand away, okay? So yeah. So then after that, the internship thing ended. Or actually the getting into UA. And then he walks in to walk into class 1A. He runs into his sister. But they don't know that both of them are siblings. yet. So she decides to say that because she knows that he is Class 1A, and yeah. Of course, so, yeah. So basically, he giggles at her because he finds it funny that the girl whom as yeah. So then I'm skipping the ball throw and the heroes versus villains, the and the, of course, USJ. It goes differently compared to canon version, and yeah. So basically, the yeah. So basically, he was strong enough. So he doesn't want to hurt. He thought it was just a simulation thing of the villains. But then it turns out it was real villains, that they weren't just low tier villains, they were high tier villains. And I always don't have the pictures of what they supposed to look like, but I'll give you the summary of it. So I definitely do have them, but I'm not gonna go switch over back and forth. So Zuko, so Mumu is worried and that they might not make it out in time. So the 13 commands, like the Tenya Ida, to basically but the door that they just came through was locked, like hard. As they tried to open it, but failed. But then Mumu had an idea. As he looks at them, as he does this same thing as his mother. Ready and go. And he slams right into the door and breaking the hinges right off. Yeah. As the horns things, like the door, it was still hooked to his face. So he has cover on his face. So he's trying to wiggle it out. As they were like, man, he knows what to do. As he turns around, as he runs right down to the stairs, he literally like darted all the way down, and ran so fast. All those people that were like villains, that were high-tier villains, they all just got wiped out by him. As he's trying to shake it off. No. Yeah. That's called a raging bull right there. Yeah. So he even like punched, or like he even charged right into the Nomu, sent him flying. As Mr. Aizawa can tell that he can't get the door thing off of him. So he's rampaging all over. As he can't see what's in front of him. Yeah. So that's why, if you guys ever try to do that, like making that same scene with the actual bull, you're probably gonna get run over by it. Yeah, so he runs around. The students ran out before with Mr. Aizawa and 13, as they hear this bunch of screamings of the villains that were still inside. They're like, "No, please, no, no, no!" Boom. Then it went silent. They got killed by the raging bull known as Mumu Tsunotori, as he tries to, as he doesn't, it's hard for him to pull the horns out of the door. Yeah. It was terrifying. It was scary. You know how scary it was? Imagine watching a horror film, but the horror film was bumped up the horror part by infinity amount. That's how scary it was. As he was trying to pull this stupid thing out. As he's trying to wiggle it out. Yeah, Shiraki-sen got ran over by it. Run it over. Okay. So, yeah. He was scary once he is like that. So, yeah. So now as everyone's like, man, is it hard for him to change back after he yeah. So All Might shows up. As they walk in, they see a bunch of villains' corpses on the ground. As All Might knows that as he says, as the Mumu, what are you doing? I can't get this stupid thing off my face. I can't see. As he runs up to All Might, he can't see it. He can't see the All Might standing in front of him. As All Might is trying to pull it off of him. Everyone pulls the shield thing, or the door hinge thing, or door, right off of, yeah. And when they did, they kind of broke one of his horns, as it starts to bleed. As All Might says, whoops. Yeah. So basically, yeah. So then after that, as he looks around, man, I really did damage around this place. Sheesh. I don't even know what happened. I had my face get covered. As All Might understands that or most pro heroes understand that if they had his power, or they would rather not get near any doors. But so his regeneration kicks in. He gets regenerated real fast. So yeah. So yeah. Basically it was strange. So the cow lady had this like weird feeling that she knew who he is. As he like walks upstairs to go back to like see his friends. And yeah. So when she has this weird feeling, that she knows him from somewhere. So, yeah. As the kid, or as the Class 1A was like trying to stay away from him, as he says, I had a thing on my face, but now it's off my face, so I can see what's in front of me. Sorry if I end up hurting any of you. As the Ochako says, you're okay. It's just we couldn't believe that you had you used your head. Yeah. He's smart, like super smart. That his intelligence is like passes the path to destiny. He's very smart. So, yeah. And I'm happy to be making this video. By the way, I forgot to mention. Because in this video, Zuko, or the Moo Moo, is actually my very first time actually making a sibling for a My Hero Academia character. So, yeah, then the sports festival, the race one, the Zuko or Moo Moo does like the same pose as Cow Lady as he starts running and faster than the speeding bullet. As he, yeah, so basically she saw him like does the same pose as her perfectly. And she looked him up on, but then she was shocked. Like her face was like Ning. Hold on. Her face was so like that. Because she knows that the only person that she gave that kid to was to her, but then when she didn't realize that, and she had flashbacks of her holding a little cow, like a cow that's the size of a Dr. Pepper. Her. And yeah, she was like, she starts to grin, and as she has like tears coming down her face, as one of the pro heroes, or actually her, she was sitting right next to her, so she tells her that, do you miss him? Yeah, it was a foolish of me to actually, as she says, it was so foolish of me that to judge, like quick to judge her on him. As she starts to tear up. Yeah. So then after the sports festival, she decides, because she has her own agency, she wants to, like, have him in. So he chose her. And so Pony only chose her too. So, like, after the sports festival thing, she decides, or actually her mother told her that she decides to tell her the truth. That she wasn't just born as an only child. And she says, really? Really? Yes, as she says that she has a brother that his name is Mumu Tsunatori. Hey. So, yeah. So, it was just, as she was like, she could not believe that she has a brother. Other that. And when she looks at, yeah. And so then after that, the internship thing, she goes around, and as he goes, there was a Moo thing, or the hero killer Stain is ready to kill Tenya. As Moo comes in, because his superhero outfit thing has a hammer and wristband thing, so he can, yeah, basically like her costume, but way more. So it's basically like their mother's one, but on a whole nother level. So yeah, Zuko. So please wait for part 2 to come out.